Now, people, I have given you the verb conjugation of werfen. In werfen also, ich werfe, du wirfst, es wirft, wir werfen, ihr werft, sie werfen, capital C werfen. Like, I mean, like there's a cute girl over here, and the flowers, someone is saying flowers on her. I mean, embracing her with flowers, showering her with flowers, making her happy, cheerful, joyful. And Lannan. Lannan is to learn. After removing en from the end, len is to the meaning, which is the verb stem. Here e has some change to I or ie. In do and as yes, so they are regular. Do learns, you are learning. As yes learned, he, she, or it is learning. For you all, and I have used some of the tricks, some of the hints in my institution time, so that I'll be able to remember it in the long run, and touch wood, it's actually working for me. So I hope that it will work for you as well. Hello people, how are you all? Welcome back to our channel. My name is 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗪𝗓, and today we will be doing regelmäßige and unregelmäßige Verben, which you have already seen over my thumbnail. But yes, you might be thinking that, but it actually is. So yes, people, they are actually the regular and the irregular verbs. So what do I mean by it? I mean, what are regular verbs and what are irregular verbs? People, the point is regular verbs as the verb suggests. So yes, the word suggests. Regular verbs are the verbs which remain intact, which remains the same. It won't be bringing any changes in between, which will remain constant. Okay, so you won't be finding any mess, you won't be finding any stress or what to change, why to change. Okay. On the other side, irregular verbs are the verbs which, as the name suggests, there is some irregularity. There will be a little changes in between, a little, complications will come in between. But you don't worry, because the point is you have everything sorted, because I have made the slides, as much as simple, such a simplified form by which you will be getting to know it in one go. So yes, people. So now, what are regular verbs actually are? Regular verbs are the verbs, in which there is no change in the verb stem, okay? For example, if I say trinken, which we had done before as well, in trinken, if you see after removing en, trink is the verb stem, and you have just put the endings. For ish, it will be e ending trinker, for do, st ending twingst, and so on. If you go for kochen, in kochen also after removing en from the end, kok is the remaining, which is the verb stem. The remaining part will always be called a verb stem in a complete verb, okay? So in kochen also, if you see, ish koche, du kokst, as yes kocht, ish e ending, du st ending, as yes ending, and it will follow. Okay, so there's no change in the verb stem. Now, in the irregular verb, there will be the changes in the verb stem, and that's the reason it is called irregular. Okay, for example, if I take any verb, any verb, if there's the verb stem, if there is e or a coming in the verb stem after removing en, in the verb stem, if e or a is there, they will change. A will change to umlaut, which is air, and E will change to I or IE. So I'm again repeating my word. In irregular verb, what will happen is, in the complete verb, after removing en, verb stem is the remaining part. If in the verb stem A is coming or E is coming, A will change to A with umlaut, which is air, and E will change to I or IE. And in that case, they are called irregular verbs because the change is happening in the verb stem. It's not that regular, the irregularity is popping up, right? So that's the reason it will be called irregular verb. And in irregular verb, the change will only be in do and as yes. I'm repeating my words. The change will only be in do and LCS, not in every pronunciation, so not in every personal pronoun. Okay, so let's get started. I am sharing you my screen. So, yes, here's my screen, which you can already have a look. And these are regular and irregular verbs, which is regelmäßige und unregelmäßige Verben. Let me repeat myself once again. You need to speak after me, okay? Regelmäßige und unregelmäßige Verben. So now let's get started. What do I mean to say by that? So people, was sind regelmäßige und unregelmäßige Verben? What are regular and irregular verbs? In regular verbs, they are the verbs in which there is no change in the verb stem, just like any usual verb in the conjugation according to the person, pronoun, or noun. For example, in trinken, drink, no change. In common, common is to come. After removing en, com verb stem, no change. Com will be com, drink will be drink. Now, in the irregular verbs, irregular verbs are the verbs in which there are the changes in the verb stem when conjugated according to the personal pronoun do and ses or its nouns. Okay, which is a to a with umlaut and e to I or sometimes ie as well. For example, schlafen. Schlafen is to sleep, to have a baby sleep. Okay, so after removing en from the end, Schlaf is the remaining verb stem. So in Schlaf, you can see A is coming. So A will change to umlaut in do and SES, which will be du schläfst, you are sleeping, as er schläft, he, she, it is sleeping, or er schläft, Paul schläft, sie schläft, Megha schläft, es schläft, baby schläft. Okay. And werfen. Werfen is to throw. Okay, werfen is to throw. After removing en from the end, werf is remaining. In werf, you can see the verb stem e is coming. So e will change to I over here in do and ses. Okay, so it will be do wirst, ses wirft. Evil has changed to I and do SG ending as SG ending. So do west, you are throwing, as you swift, he, she, it, or it is throwing. Okay. Now listen. Listen is to read like this cute boy is doing right now. So listen is to read after removing en, les will be remaining. Here in les again e is coming. So here e will change to ie. So in do, least as yes least. In do, again e will change to ie and sg ending, and in as yes it will be ie and t ending. Okay, and in people in do, it's it's least, so it's already s is already there in the verb stem, so that's the reason I haven't put any extra e for the ending. So that's the reason. Now do, least, as yes least. A quick revision. Regular verbs are the verbs having no change in the verb stem. I mean, it's like any usual verb, just the conjugation according to personal pronoun and noun. That is it. The job is done. For example, trinken, drink, only, du trinkst, as yes, trinked. That is it. In common, com only, du kommst, as yes, kommt. You are coming, he, she, it is coming. That is it. But in irregular verbs, they are the verbs in which the changes in the verb stem are happening when conjugated according to personal pronoun do and as yes, or its nouns like Paul, Megha, baby. Okay, which is a to a with umlaut and e to I or ie as well. For example, you have already seen schlafen, du schläfst, as yes schläft, werfen, du wirfst, as yes wirft, lesen, du liest, as yes liest. Schlafen, schlaf e to umlaut, werfen, werf e to I, lesen, les e to ie. Okay. Now, people, I give you the verb conjugation of schlafen, which is to sleep. So, ich schlafe, du schläfst, er sie es schläft, wir schlafen, ihr schlaft, sie schlafen, Sie schlafen. Okay. Only in do and as a will change to umlaut, and that is it. And just you only need to put the endings. I mean for ish, e, do, st in the verb stem, and your work is done. Again, ich schlafe, I am sleeping. Du schläfst, you are sleeping. Er schläft, he, she, it is sleeping, like this baby is sleeping. Wir schlafen, we all are sleeping. Ihr schlaft, you all are sleeping. Sie schlafen, they are sleeping. Sie schlafen, you all are sleeping in the formal manner. Okay. Now, people, I have given you the verb conjugation of werfen. In werfen also, ich werfe, du wirfst, es wirft, wir werfen, ihr werft, sie werfen, capital C werfen. Like, I mean, like there's a cute girl over here, and the flowers, someone is saying flowers on her. I mean, embracing her with flowers, showering her with flowers, making her happy, cheerful, joyful. So, ich werfe, du wirfst, es wirft, wir werfen, ihr werft, small c werfen, capital C werfen. Okay. Now, the verb conjugation von lesen means the verb conjugation of to read. Like someone is reading it with an extreme focus, which we can just figure it out. So, ich lese, du liest, es liest, wir lesen, ihr lest, sie lesen, sie lesen. So I hope you already got it. Now there's a note which you actually need to remember. Though in the verb stem, a changes to E with umlaut and E to I or IE. However, it is not always in block letters, not always there, okay? There are the verbs where you will see A or E in the verb stem, but it will not at all change to A with umlaut or E to I or IE respectively. Hence are regular verbs. So people, what do I mean to say over here is that, as I already told you, that after removing en from the end, verb stem is remaining. The remaining part is called the verb stem. And in the verb stem, I mean, if A are coming or E is coming, so it's not always, it's not the fact. I mean, it's not always there that A will change to umlaut and E will change to I or IE. If they are changing in do and as yes, then they are obviously they are of course be called as irregular. However, if they are not changing, then of course they will be regular only, because if there's no change happening, there's no irregularity happening, I mean, or taking place, then of course they will be regular only. Okay, so it will be like this. So if they are changing, then they are irregular. And if they are not changing, A is intact to A, E is intact to E, they are not changing to an yes, then they will be regular only. Okay, and if in case in the verb stem, if there's no A or E is coming, then of course no change, it will be regular. So that's what I have said over here. For example, arbeiten, after removing en, arbeit is remaining. And yes, arbeiten is to work. Okay, arbeiten is to work. After removing en, arbeit is remaining. In arbeit, here a is also coming, e is also coming, but neither a is changing to umlaut nor e is changing to I or IE. It will be do arbeitest, as yes arbeitet. Okay, it's ARBEITET. By mistake, it's AER over there. Might be the typing mistake. So please, I mean, forgive me about it. So yes, do arbeitest, as yes arbeitet. Albeit plus st, and why extra is there, you already know, because the verb stem is ending with t. Okay, so that's why extra e is there. So do arbeitest, you are working. As yes arbeitet, he, she, or it is working. Okay, and lernen. Lernen is to learn. After removing en from the end, len is the remaining, which is the verb stem. Here e has some change to I or IE. Do and as yes, so they are regular. Do lernst, you are learning. As yes learned, he, she, or it is learning. So I hope it's clear to you all.
German Language Foundation course just for rupees 499. Course duration daily 90 minutes and in 10 sections. Course contents: alphabets, numbers 0 to 100 million, How to introduce oneself. Countries and languages in German language. German for day-to-day usages such as greetings, months, objects, foods, etc.
So, people, here are some of the irregular verbs which I have given for your extra understanding, for your extra help, for your extra guidance. So, and why I have given it? Because the point is, as I have already told you, that like I have already told you in this concern, that there are some of the verbs, I mean, in the verb stem, even if A or E is coming, they are not changing. If they're changing, they are irregular. However, if they're not, then they are regular. So, I don't want you to, think that, this will change or not, that will change or not, because you will be getting to know it by practice. There's no logic behind it that what will change and why it is changing, what will not change and why it is not changing. There's no logic behind it. You need to memorize it. I mean, the more you practice, the more you will learn. But still, there are some of the regular verbs which are so commonly used, which are so popularly, widely used, and I seriously don't want you all to, to get stuck over there. That here in the verb stem A will change or not. In here in the verb stem E will change or not. So that's the reason I have given some of the irregular verbs, which means that they will be changing. Here in the verb stem A is coming, A or E is coming, so they will be changing, so that you don't dive into the confusion that it will change or not. I'm giving you, yes, that it will change, and that's the reason I am giving you 14 irregular verbs. 14 irregular verbs because they're very commonly used and you don't fall for confusions. Sorry, you don't fall into confusions. So that's the reason I'm giving it to you. So let's check it out. Lesen, to read. Expression, to speak. Geben, to give. Nehmen, to take. Helfen, to help. Lachen, to laugh. Schlafen, to sleep. Tragen, to wear. Fahren, to drive. To travel, to travel, to go is fahren. That also we can say. And treffen, to meet. Sehen, to see or to watch. Essen, to eat. Werfen, to throw. So, people, as you have already seen that I have given you these 13 ones. So, in these 13 ones, I don't know, will you be able to remember it, till future or in the long run or not? So, I am not doubting your memory, so no offense over here. I know you can do it, but if in case you are having a trick, if in case you are having a hint of how to remember it in an easier way, in a smoother way, rather than just mugging it up, then why not go for the same, right? So, people, here, I have made it all systematically for you all, and I have used some of the tricks, some of the hints in in my institution time, so that I'll be able to remember it in the long run. And touch wood, it's actually working for me. So I hope that it will work for you as well. And actually, I know it will. So, what I have done it for, like I have made the pair, lesson and expression. So I am reading and also I'm speaking. I'm reading also and I'm speaking also. So, lesson expression. Do you already know? Now, I have written third and fourth together, which is given to give, nehmen to take. Here it's like, revenge or anything, give and take. So, give and take, given to give, nehmen to take. By given, you'll be remembering nehmen as well, which will be a bonus. Now, fifth and sixth a pair, helpful to help, laughing to laugh. Okay, I haven't made such a good hint, but it actually worked for me. And you might find it funny, but it will be really helpful if you try it out. What I have done over here is, like, if a person he has fallen down from the stairs or from anywhere, and we are not helping him. Instead of that, we are laughing at him. And we should help him, but instead of helping, we are laughing. So that's what I have made a pair, Helfan to help, Lakhan to laugh. With Helfan, you will be remembering Lakhan as well. So like this, all six, you are all set to remember. Now, from 7 to 13, actually, I have made a story. That's like my flop story, you can say. So let's get started with it. And there's a story like about a girl or a boy, anyone, like he wake up from the sleep, schlafen to sleep. Then after getting fresh and everything, he wore his clothes, tragen to wear. Then he has gone for driving, fahren to drive. Then he met his friends, he met his squad, treffen to meet. Then they have all gone to watch the movie, sehen to watch, and along with that they're eating popcorn, essen to eat. And after eating popcorn they are throwing the wafer in the dustbin, so wafer to throw. If my vlog is story completed. So yes, that's all. And repeating the story once again. So people, he has woken up from the sleep, schlafen to sleep. Then after getting freshened up and everything, he wore his clothes, which is tragen to wear. After that, he has gone for driving, fahren to drive. Then he met his friends, he met his squad. So treffen to meet. Then they have all gone to watch a movie time, so same to watch. And along with that they are having something for their hunger, essen to eat, like popcorn, essen to eat. After that, after the movie is over, after the popcorn is over, they are throwing the wafer in the dustbin, so wafer to throw. So this is my whole story, by which I have remembered each and every verb, every seven words, every seven verbs actually. So like this you can do. For lesson expression, one pair. For given even, give and take, second pair. Helfen lachen, we are not helping, but we are laughing at him when he has fallen down. Third pair. Now, for the last, seven, I have made a story. So, like this, you have like the four categories, which is altogether 13 verbs, 13 irregular verbs. Okay, so you all need to remember this. So if you like my trick, then you can go as for my trick. I would really love it. And if in case you have the trick which by which you think that it can work out well for me, then you can go by that as well. I mean, our main aim is to remember all these 13 regular verbs, either by my trick or by your trick. I'm either by your trick. It's completely up to you. Okay. Now, your homework, which is Hausaufgabe, is machen Sie die Konjugationen von 14 unregelmäßige Verben. Machen to do, so make the conjugation of 14 irregular verbs, out of which I have already done three for you, which is werfen, lesen, and schlafen. So you are required to do the remaining 11. And yes, for your practice, you can do three as well, which I've already done for your understanding. And yes, people, here one thing more I want to tell you. Like I have told you that A will change to umlaut only, but E can change to I or IE as well. But the hint is I is very rare. It will mostly change to I is pretty rare. Okay, so here if I give you a hint, like only in listen and I can say listen and sayan, E will change to IE. I mean, after removing EN, E will change to IE in sayan and listen, and in others it will be I only when it comes to E changing to I, okay, and A will change to A umlaut only. So yes, that's all. So you need to do the conjugation, and yes, cheers to you all. Cheers to happy life. Cheers to happy learning. And whatever you think, if you like my video, if you think that, this is something which I haven't understood or I want to understand it once again, then feel free to write down in the comment section. I would really love to tell it to you once again to clear your doubts. Anything, whatever you want, just I need your support. Please like and subscribe and share the video as much as you can if you like my video, because it will give us the motivation boost to create much more effective videos like this all for you. So yes, that's all. And yes, please complete your homework and have a happy evening. Goodbye and take care. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.